Struggling to rank in AI search? Learn Generative Engine Optimization. Get cited. Get visible.
So, for what feels like forever, right? The whole game has been about one thing: getting to the top of those search results. But what if I told you that game is completely changing and the old rules just don't apply anymore? Today, we're going to dig into a massive shift in how we all find information online, moving away from just traditional SEO to something totally new. Okay, let me ask you something. Does this sound painfully familiar? You've poured everything into creating amazing content. Your site is ranking right there on the first page for all your best keywords. But when you look at your analytics, the traffic just isn't there. It's a really frustrating and honestly a confusing problem, and I just want you to know you are definitely not alone in this. So what is going on here? Where is all that traffic disappearing to? Well, this right here, this is the culprit. And it's a huge one. Nearly 60% of all searches now end without a single click to a website. This is the new reality of what we call zero-click searches, where people get their answers right on the results page and never have to go any further. And that, right there, brings us to what we've got to call the new search problem. We are in this totally new era where being number one in the rankings, well, it's just not the golden ticket it used to be. The rules have been rewritten, and the reason why might surprise you. It all comes down to artificial intelligence. I mean, think about it. Platforms like Google's AI overviews, ChatGPT, Perplexity, they're all designed to be your perfect little personal assistant, right? They give you a single, summarized answer pulled from all over the web. Now, that's incredibly convenient for the user. But for those of us creating content, it's kind of a nightmare because it gives people way less reason to click on our links. So to navigate this new and kind of challenging world, we need to get our heads around two key strategies. There's the one we all know, SEO, and its new counterpart, GEO. Let's break down exactly what they are and how they're different. All right, first up, let's talk about the OG, the foundation of all of this for decades, SEO, or search engine optimization. You know the drill here. The goal has always been super simple: create awesome content, build some links, and tweak your site to climb those rankings and win that valuable click from a list of blue links. And now, let's talk about the new kid on the block, GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. And this is where things get really, really interesting. Because with GEO, the goal isn't to get a click at all. No, the goal is to have your information, your data, your brand cited as a trusted source inside the AI's generated answer. This table right here just lays it all out perfectly. With SEO, the primary goal is website clicks and traffic, and you're looking at a list of links. Authority comes from backlinks, and you measure things like organic traffic and click-through rate. But with GEO, the whole game flips. The goal is to be cited in that one single answer. Authority comes from your brand's reputation everywhere, and the key metrics become AI citations and brand mentions. Okay, and this is super, super important, so I really want you to get this. This is not SEO versus GEO. It is not an either-or situation. You don't just ditch SEO. To really win now, you absolutely have to think of them as strategic partners. I love this quote. It just nails the relationship between the two. Your classic SEO work is what allows the AIs to even discover your content in the first place. But GEO is that extra crucial layer that makes sure your content actually gets used in the final answer that the user sees. So let's just be absolutely crystal clear about this. GEO does not replace SEO. It can't. You can't build a house on thin air, right? You need a solid foundation. In this new world, SEO is that foundation. Your technical site health, your quality content, all of it. GEO is the house you build on top. Okay, so we've covered the what's and the why. Now for the good part, the how. Here's a simple 3-step framework you can use to integrate GEO with your SEO and really maximize your visibility. So step 1, you've got to double down on that SEO foundation. Make sure your site is just a well-oiled machine and your content is top-notch. Then, step 2, you start layering on those GEO tactics, basically restructuring your content to be super AI-friendly. And finally, step 3, you expand your reach. You go to the places where the AIs are actually hanging out and learning from. So what do these GEO tactics actually look like? Well, here's a great little checklist. You want to structure your content around real questions. Think FAQs, how-to guides. Use schema markup, which is basically behind-the-scenes code that gives AI clear context about your stuff. And this is a big one. Expand your presence to forums like Reddit and Quora. Seriously. AI models are trained on these human conversations, and your expertise there is a huge, powerful signal. All of this work, right? Carefully blending your SEO and GEO efforts, it's all pointing toward a completely new North Star for all of us. The ultimate goal has fundamentally shifted in this AI-first world. And, those who don't adapt really do risk getting left behind. And this slide right here, it sums up the entire paradigm shift perfectly. For years, the old goal was simple: high rankings. Just get to the top of the list. But now, the new goal is brand citations. It's so much more nuanced. Visibility is no longer about your position on a list. It's about your presence in the answer itself. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought, and it's probably the most important one. This whole shift from a list of links to a single AI-generated answer, this isn't some passing trend. It's here to stay. It's the new reality. So the only real question left is, when someone asks a question in your area of expertise, is your brand going to be the one that gets cited?